What's happening? A little update. So I'm done with the Target thing. I start my first trucking job tomorrow. It's a local thing, basically. And it's still at the Target location, so that's kind of cool. So basically, before I was loading the trailers. Now I'm gonna just be taking them. It's a yard jockey. I think yard jockey, hostler, whatever they call it. Basically, I'm in like a half a semi, picking the trailers up, moving them from one part of the yard to the other. And then I think every now and again moving them from one like yard to the next yard or something like that. So it's paying like $21 an hour, which I know it ain't great, but you know, I can eat off that. I get paid every week. I can get overtime every week, so I know I can at least make $800 a week. But I'm gonna have to do the math to see how much, what it's gonna take to make about 1,000 a week. You know what I mean? Like, cause I ain't scared of work. Only thing that's gonna suck is just getting cold outside, man. And I'm a crybaby when it comes to the cold. But other than that, man, that's basically it. And I'm probably gonna have to do this for until I get enough experience for other jobs, because the only company or mega carrier or pretty much anybody that pretty will hire me on right now from in my area, from what I've been doing right here in Kansas, is Western Express. And I know everybody talk trash about them. I done read all the reviews. I done looked at all the YouTube videos. But, my thought process was, the money ain't gonna be great, but if I can make enough money just to eat, every week, then fine. I'm only gonna be there for 6 months. I'm only gonna be there enough to get my experience, right? So I'm gonna use them like they gonna use me. But if I could just do this local thing, why not just stay local? You know what I mean? Stay local until some of these jobs feel like, okay, yeah, that's enough experience for us. We'll take you. So, yeah, I've been hearing about people, don't do this, don't do that. But you got to do what's best for you. You got to look at your situation and figure out, hey, is this going to work for me? So, yeah, Western Express might be horrible. But shit, it might have been all right for me. I was willing to take it there. I was willing to know, at least I know going in, like, hey, I'm going to deal with some bull. But you got to look at the bigger picture. You know what I mean? So, because you only need 6 months experience from what I've been seeing, at least some of the places that I applied to, some places out in Chicago, what they call 1099s and stuff like that, where they just say, if you got 6 months, we'll take you on. And they paying, 60, 65 cents a mile. And that's basically straight out of school with 6 months experience. And from kind of what I've been seeing, I think that's pretty good, because if you went through the mega carriers or went through their school, you got stable for a year making, 40 cents a mile or something like that. So right now, where I'm at right now is, like I said, I'm just gonna do this little hustler job, and I'm gonna be happy with it. I'm gonna do it good, be there on time and work hard. You know what I mean? Because this ain't my final destination. It's cool that it's a local thing, kind of local. I got to commute an hour to get there. But, hey, you're going to have to do what you got to do to get it. I done did it before. I could do it again. And last time when I was commuting, I was making less money than that. So, it is what it is. So I'm going to do this and I'm going to keep applying. See, that's the thing, though. Like, I'm not just going to sit here and get complacent, but because I know what I want to do, right? And I know the type of money that I want to make. So go ahead and do this for about, I might have to do it 6 months. I don't know. But I know the whole time I'm here, I'm still looking for places like, hey, I've been here X amount, or however long. I mean, shit, even if I got to get a little creative with the application, they say they require 6 months, maybe after a month, Maybe I forget. Maybe I think I am there 6 months. Maybe I put that down on my next applications. Like, hey, I've been here 6 months. I'm still here. I don't know. We'll see how that go. Because I'm trying to get in where I fit in. That's how I see it. Cause I know wherever you go anyway, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna have to do it. You're gonna have to do a little test. They're gonna want to see what you can do anyway. So, or they might wind up putting you with a trainer anyway. So, hey, yeah, I've been here 6 months. Yeah, yeah, I've been doing all that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I've been kind of hanging out or stopping at truck stops whenever I can. As far as if I'm traveling or anything like that, I stop in there and I, just shoot the shit with some of the truck drivers. I was hollering at this old head, and he was telling me about, what he doing. He running out of Chicago. I was just in Chicago for some family stuff, but he was telling me, yeah, I'm making, and granted, he been driving 70 or 30 years or something like that, 35 years or something like that. He about 60 some years old, and he like, yeah, I make 75 cents a mile or 70 cents a mile, and I'm sure he just do like 10.99 or something like that. But he the type, he live in his truck. He invited me over. I sat in his truck, and he basically living there. He probably out. He probably run. Go out for 2 months and then come home type shit. So I don't know if I want to run that hard, but yeah, he was telling me how much he bring home. And I mean, again, I didn't see no check stub, so I ain't gonna, I can't say for sure. But he was saying he take home about, 2,500 or something like that. Granted, it's 10.99, so ain't no taxes coming out of that. But shoot, that ain't horrible. That's kind of a goal of mine anyway. Like down the line, like I remember thinking, like shoot, if I could pull in 2,000 a month on average, or 2,000 a week on average, then I think I'm doing all right. I remember sitting and thinking that, that's kind of one of my things. But I don't know, man. That's pretty much where it's at right now. Things still moving, ain't nothing stop. I'll probably make another post. Just once I get in the job, like I ain't gonna do it right away, but once I get in there and I'm cool with everything, I'll make another post on what it's like to work there as a hostler or a yard jockey. But yeah, man. So yeah, I'm doing it. I'm in the truck. So and I feel good about it. Definitely proud. Proud of what I did. Put in all that work at the school, studying to get that permit stuff passed, and I still got to go back to get some more endorsements. But yeah, man. So that's good. It's just another chapter, in my book of life. So yeah, y'all stay positive, man, and you could literally do anything you want to do as long as you're willing to do the work. You know what I mean? If any young people watching this, any like 18 or however old, just real young, if you 20, 21, man, and you working at a little 9 to 5 job, you working at a Walmart, you working at a Target, you working, and only making about, $15 an hour, $16 an hour. Just understand that I get it. You gotta do something to get some bread in, but you have a greater potential, and I don't know what you went to and what you like to do, but you can go get them CDLs and have the state pay for it for you. Just have a CDL and you can do something similar to what I'm doing. And you can't say it's impossible or it ain't something I want to do or I don't see myself doing it. Because listen, when I was in school, they had a woman in there and it was real inspiration. She was in there about 8 months pregnant. Yeah, driving a big ass semi truck. She failed the test like 2 or 3 times, but she got that shit done. I mean, stomach out to here. In a hot summer, middle of August or whenever I was in there, hot, burning up, pregnant. So if she could do it, I'm sorry, but you ain't got no excuse, because you could do it. Period. You can, even if I never thought I'd be doing it, but life sometimes will put you in this situation. And hey, you know what? I'm just taking advantage of it. So if you at one of them jobs and you don't like nobody in your face, talking to you a certain way, hey, this might be something you could look into. And you young, so you got time, man. But time goes by fast. Like I'm 30. I'll be 32 end of November. I'll be 32 on the 28th of this month. And I can still remember when I first turned 18, when I first turned 21. I could vividly remember them days. I could remember what I was doing. And even, the time in between that, man, yeah, when you're going through it, it seems long. But when you look back on it, man, it's literally like turning the page in the book. That's how best I can, I can explain it. That's how fast it go by. And you 18, right? So I'm 32. Everything I've done from 18 to now has led me directly to where I am right now. So if you ain't happy with your life right now, I don't care if you're 18, I don't care if you're 21. Everything you've done for the last, 5, 10 years up to that point, has led you right to where you are. So if you ain't happy with where you at in life, you can't blame nobody but yourself. The decisions you made day in and day out has led you to where you are right now. So take responsibility for that and think about that for the next 5 to 10 years of your life, because that's where I'm at now. You can't change the past. You can only move forward. So I'm looking at 5 years from now, I'll be about 37. Older, but hey, that's a blessing. I want to get old. You feel me? I want to be grayed up, all of that, because that's a blessing, especially when you got folks who you grew up with who ain't, they ain't around no more. So think about that. My uncle told me that a while when I was young. I got it, but now I really understand what he was saying. We was clowning him about him having gray hair, and he just told us, he just laughed and said, hey, y'all just be lucky if y'all live long enough to get some of the gray hairs. And damn, that shit, like, now I'm looking back on it, I'm like, man, a lot of your partners you grew up with, you spend every day with, they ain't around no more, or at least not around in the free world. So just remember that, man. Every day a blessing. Every day is an opportunity to go get it. If you ain't under the ground, if you ain't underground or behind some walls, So just a little food for thought. Think about that, especially my young fellas. Even the ones in in your 30s and shit. Think about that. It's always time to change your situation. You're just gonna have to shake it. You can't do the same things you're doing and expect different results. That's called insanity. You might have to change where you live at. You might have to change the people you hang around with. You might have to change the way you spend your time. Change some of your habits. You like clubbing. Maybe you can't go to the club no more. You living in the hood. Maybe you need to move out the hood. But yeah, shake it up. Life was created by, agitation. You gotta shake it up, man. That's the only way that's the only way things gonna change for you. Is by you shaking it up. So anyway, it's a little bit longer video, but I had that on my heart. I had to get that out. So I'll make another video tomorrow or sometime this week. Just letting y'all know how it went. And then later on, I'll make another video, just probably like trying to show y'all, like, hey, look, this is what I'm doing. You feel me? And yeah, man. So that's where it's at. I'm real proud of where I'm at. It ain't my final goal, but it's definitely a goal, a little stepping stone, something that I had on there. Like, okay, I'm gonna get this CDL. I gotta study. I gotta get this permit. Check, got the permit. All right, now I gotta get this actual CDL. I gotta go find a school or gotta go find a job that didn't work. All right, plan B. I gotta go to the school. Boom, got that. Graduate. Boom, check that off. You know what I mean? Find a job. That was hard, man. That took me at least a couple months. You know what I mean? So I had to go get like a regular job. You know what I mean? But I was still, while I'm at the regular job, I'm still, I'm on Craigslist. I'm on the internet. I'm talking to people, because it ain't always about what you know. It's about who you know. You feel me? So just remember that, because somebody could walk you through a door that you ain't know is there, and they got the keys to it. Or the door lock, they got the keys to it. They can walk you through it. So remember that. Boom. So now that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to start this trucking job. And I know it ain't going to be great, But you know what? I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it good. You feel me? I'm gonna trick my mind and think it's the best thing in the world, because you could be somewhere real fucked up in a dark place and you will pray like, man, damn, if I could only, you know what I mean? You got motherfuckers right now who on lockdown 23 hours a day who wish, man, shit, yeah, hell yeah, if I could go and work, 12, 13 hours a day, I don't care what the hell I'd be doing if I had, the rest of my day, you know what I mean? So that's kind of that's the mentality I'm giving myself. It's like, look, somebody get a right arm to be in my position and to have my problems. The problems I got, somebody get a right arm to have my problems, because they situation so messed up. So you remember that. Even though you got it bad, there's somebody who got it worse, and they still doing everything they want to do. You know what I mean? They still doing what they got to do. So we ain't got no excuses, people. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Yeah, man, it's a long video, but yeah, I had a lot to say. So yeah, I keep everybody updated. All right, 100.